Hello, welcome to My Story with CareCredit, where real CareCredit cardholders share their stories of life-changing healthcare. CareCredit's a leading national healthcare credit card that can enable you to get many of the procedures and treatments you want or need now and pay over time with promotional financing on purchases of $200 or more. CareCredit is accepted at hundreds of thousands of locations nationwide to pay for care for you, your family, and your pets. I'm your host, Amy Freena, and today we're talking with Angel, a violinist whose glasses were keeping him from performing at his best. He used CareCredit for Lasik surgery, and now he sees the world in a whole new way.
Hi, my name is Angel, and I've been a CareCredit card holder for 1 year, and this is my story. I am a professional violinist. Vision is very important to me to be able to see my audience, and there's certain cues and there's certain things that I need to be aware of. And during pandemic, we had a lot of productions that were closed sets, so we did not have a lot of live audiences. Of course, our masks created my fogging up my glasses, fogging up the vision. I researched options in terms of what I could do to get rid of glasses, and Lasik was one of them. However, it's pricey. And so the CareCredit credit card was the deciding factor that allowed me to move forward with the Lasik procedure. I know it sounds like cliche, but I literally can see the world differently. I mean, it's like, I'm on set and there's no glare. My eyes don't get as tired or dry. Fog is not an issue. The only regret I have is that I wish I would have done it sooner. Thank you, CareCredit, for allowing me to see the world in a whole new way.
Angel, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Excellent, awesome.
I'm excited to hear a little bit about your CareCredit story. So where does it begin?
So I am a professional violinist.
Wow.
Yes, and I perform in many different venues. So studios, recording studios, on set, or even on stage, mainly on stage, rehearsal spaces. And so I've suffered from bad vision my entire life. I've worn glasses and contacts for a bit. And just being in LA and the line of work that I do, kind of the glare, and even during pandemic, the masks fogged up my glasses and just impaired my vision. And I felt like it was impairing my ability to do the best job that I could do as a violinist. So I researched some options. I went to my ophthalmologist and said, what can we do?
Help me.
Help me. She recommended contacts because, of course, finances, it's expensive to get Lasik. And so that was my first step is let's try the contact route.
Okay.
Didn't work.
How
Too
long?
dry.
Really?
Probably a good year.
You gave it a good try.
Good year. And I'm like, I can't work out with them. It just they weren't settling with my comfort level and the dryness and whatnot. So I said, okay, what's next? And they said, well, there's Lasik. And I'm like, oh man, it's a big charge.
Right.
That's a big financial responsibility. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go to the Lasik Center and see what options I have to see if I even qualify medically, and then we'll go from there.
Right. Smart.
So I went, and of course, medically, they're like, you're a perfect candidate. We'd love to do this. Here's a price tag.
Right.
And I'm
Here you
like, oh. One of the options, or actually the first option I even considered, was the CareCredit credit card.
Okay.
So the CareCredit credit card had a promotional financing option that worked for me. And that was the deal breaker. And
really?
I said, let's schedule it. Let's get this done because I'm ready.
So did you apply right then and there in this store?
I did. I applied right then. And it was so quick and easy. I think within minutes I had an approval.
Okay.
And I literally scheduled the procedure the next day.
Wow.
That's how quick it was.
And you were like, I'm ready. I don't need to think about this.
Yeah.
The decision
I had done my research, and like I said, once I saw the CareCredit credit card option, it was a no-brainer.
That is awesome. What a huge relief too, because you're like, well, I didn't want to spend the money. I already tried contacts. I know it's not going to work for me. So this is basically my only option.
It was a great option, and it's changed my life.
I was literally about to ask you that. So tell me the difference now when you're performing and you're on stage. What's it like?
There's no glare, dryness. My eyes are not dry. I can physically see better. I have better vision with Lasik than I did with contacts and glasses.
Wow.
So I see the world differently.
Wow.
And I can work out. I can go swimming, and it's just there's no limitations that. So I'm the only regret that I have is I should have done it sooner.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody out there listening? Note to self. Have you referred friends and family members to it?
Absolutely.
You're like, I had a great experience.
Many friends have asked, I've considered Lasik, but it's just so pricey. And so I said, don't let the price, if you can afford a monthly amount,
Right.
think about it. And,
Right.
and it could be a solution for you. It may not be the solution, but
Right.
it's something you should explore and take a look at it to see if
Yeah.
it works for you.
Awesome. If you could write a review based on your experience with CareCredit and the CareCredit credit card, what would you say?
It was convenient. It allowed me to live my life and continue moving forward with that. And after the fact, it's so easy. It's convenient. There's mobile apps. Everyone's super friendly, and it's just it's a no-brainer. There's nothing I can say bad about it.
I'm so excited to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, Angel, thank you so much for sharing your story. It is incredibly inspiring, and I'm sure other people found it the same. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on My Story with CareCredit. If you're interested in applying for the CareCredit credit card or want to find a provider in your area who accepts CareCredit, visit us at carecredit.com.